Why is this church not working? You've been a pastor for 17 years and the church is not working. You've been a pastor for 12 years. You've been a pastor for 7 years and the church is not growing. Do you know what day-old chicks are? Do you know what day-old chicks are? Day-old, 1 day old chicks. Do you know anything about that? Are you farmers? Do you know what farming like to You know, if you want to rear chickens, right, they start with what they call the day-old chick. And then they feed them. All right, and the chick grows into a chicken. Right? It gets bigger. After like 6 weeks to 3 months, it's big. But now they give them hormones, they become huge in a short time. It's not good. And those growth hormones that we give to the chicken is the reason why the young girls have their periods by 9 years old, 10 years and all that, because it's all abnormal. But anyway, I have a pastor friend who decided to get some day-old chicks and have a chicken farm. Are you with me? Are you with me on the chicken farm? So he had the day-old chicks. He had hundreds of them. And he was feeding them. All right. And he bought feed because it was like a business he was doing. So he was feeding them every day. Chicken farm. He brought the vet. He gave them injections, vitamins, food. After 3 weeks, 4 weeks, it was like this, small still. It was not working. The chick was not growing. After 3 months, it was like this small baby like this. They had eaten all the food and they were still tiny like this. So that's the question. Why is this chicken not growing? After all that we are putting into it. Yes. This is the mystery. So some of us, our churches are like those day-old chicks. We're feeding, praying, fasting. It is not working. And that's the question we are asking. Why? Now, the church is not working because you are disconnected from the head. Colossians 2:18. I want us to look at Colossians 2:18 quickly in the NIV. NIV. Look at it. God bless you, sir. Yes. Do not let anyone who delights in false worship, all right, and humility disqualify you, okay? Verse 19. They have lost connection with the head. They have lost what? Connection with the head. This is one of the main reasons why churches don't work. Because they've lost connection with the head. You know, one day, one of my church members was involved in an accident and he died. He died on the spot. So I was called. I had a phone call. This terrible accident had happened. So many people had died. So I went to the mortuary, the morgue. When I saw him lying there, there was no mark on him, on his body. He was in an accident, a terrible crash. There was no mark. He wasn't cut. His head, nothing. He was just lying there peacefully. And the reason why because he was actually strapped in the middle of the car. He was at the back and in the middle. But he died instantly. Now, he died because, as they found out later, there was no mark, no cut, not even a bruise. Was that probably he was asleep. So when the car crashed, his head went like this and broke inside. Yeah. So his spine probably got disconnected there, and then he just died. You see, and that is one of the reasons why the body dies. because it loses connection with the head. Connection with the head. Now, when a church loses its connection with its founder, its leader, when a church loses connection with the pastor or with Jesus, it dies because there's no connection to the head. That's what the Bible says. They have lost connection with the head. So if you take a church like the Methodist Church, I'll use the Methodist Church as an example because one of my favorite personalities, somebody, if you ask me who would I like to be like somebody, it would be John Wesley. I wonder how connected the Methodist Church today is to John Wesley. Yeah. Look at what he says. They have lost connection to the head. Do you know John Wesley? He had a club called the Perfection Club. Perfection, Holiness Club. Not perfection, sorry, Holiness Club. Holiness. That was his club. You know, John Wesley used to preach out open air crusades. Do you know that he was one of the top people who had manifestations of the Spirit? Power manifestation with people screaming, rolling, falling. John Wesley, that's John Wesley. Now, if you look at the Methodists as we know them today, I wonder if they are connected to the head that they have. So when you, let's say you become a part of Revival Pursuit, I just want to show you, because as we say we are forming a denomination, we have to understand what it means. And you have to understand what it means to belong. You know, and the importance of maintaining a connection. And when you lose your connection with the head or the leader or the leadership, everything changes, because everything comes. If your hand is moving, it's actually from your brain. That's why when you have a stroke in there, right, just a little bleed like this, more that you need a CT scan to see, it affects the ability of your arm and your leg to move, because the things are controlled from there. Okay. So when you lose the connection, then all parts of your body don't function. Churches don't work well. You see pastors who don't pray. They have no connection with Jesus, no connection with God. Yeah. And you see them coming to sit in church and using secular strength to minister. We don't use secular strength to minister, my dear. Forget about it. You go and do some other job. Don't call yourself a pastor if you don't want to have a connection with Jesus. You don't have time to pray. I do not know why you want to be called pastor. And I do not know why you want to be in the ministry if you've lost your connection with the head. Don't lose your connection. Why is this church not working? Not other churches, your church. Anyway, let's go back to, I'm not preaching, I'm just showing you the books. So you can, no, show me the table of contents.